Welcome to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Fourier sine and cosine transform formula and their inverses. According to our previous classes, we know that Fourier sine integral representation of the form Fourier sine fx equal to integration 0 to infinity b alpha sine alpha x d alpha. This is obtained for fx, that is our given function, is odd. In this case we get this, where the value of b alpha is 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity ft sine alpha t dt. Now we just put this value in here, so we get fx equal to 2 by pi. I write this constant term outside of integration, then 0 to infinity sine this one sine alpha x, then I put this value, that is b alpha integration 0 to infinity ft sine alpha t dt, then this d alpha. Okay, why I have written in this way? Because see here two integrations sign, so for this two integration, these are corresponding to this dt d alpha. So this first one, this integration 0 to infinity, that is this one, is corresponding to the integration with respect to alpha, that is for d alpha. And this one, this 0 to infinity, this integration is this happens with respect to this integration with respect to t, that is dt, corresponding to dt this integration happens. So this first one is corresponding to this last one d alpha, and this one is corresponding to this dt. Now we bracketing this portion, and now if we consider that fx be our given function, and this is defined for 0 to infinity in this range, suppose this is our given function with the corresponding conditions which I have discussed in the previous classes, that is piecewise continuous, satisfying differentiability property on finite intervals, and also it is absolutely integrable on this interval. So in that case, if we consider f alpha for sine, this is for sine formula, sine integral representation, so I denote it as fs alpha. So fs alpha equal to, I choose it as this within bracket term, that is integration 0 to infinity ft sine alpha t dt, then fx will be this outsider part, that is 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity now sine alpha x, and this one is fs alpha, so fs alpha then d alpha. Okay, so next just put alpha equal to s and t equal to x, then what happens, if s, this s is for sine and this is just variable, fs, this is just a notation for sine formula. Okay, so fs is, this is equal to integration 0 to infinity these two s are different. Fx sine sx dx, and fx equal to 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity sine sx f fs is ds. So this is Fourier sine transform formula for fx, and this is inverse Fourier sine transform formula for the function fx. Now see, as we consider this that our given function will be now capital fx, so here this will be capital ft, and also for this here will be capital fx. That is, now our given function is capital fx, and the corresponding Fourier sine transform of this function will be in this way, and the inverse Fourier sine transform is this. Okay, next we come to the Fourier cosine transform formula for fx and the corresponding inverse formula. Now, for even function, if our given function fx is even, then we get Fourier cosine integral representation of the function fx. Now, this is of the form fx equal to integration 0 to infinity a alpha cos alpha x d alpha, where a alpha is 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity ft cos alpha t dt. Now similarly put the value of a alpha in this line, so we get fx equal to, first write 2 by pi, then this integration 0 to infinity corresponding to d alpha, so I write cos alpha x first. Next this part, that is integration 0 to infinity ft cos alpha t dt, then this one d alpha, bracketing this portion, and again if fc, that is corresponding to cosine transform, so fc alpha, that will be this within bracket portion, that is 0 to infinity ft cos alpha t dt, and capital fx will be, see, now when we consider this portion, then we just consider capital fx be our given function for 0 less than x less than infinity. Similarly, this function will be capital ft, and therefore fx will be this outsider part, that is 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity cos alpha x, then fc alpha d alpha. We get this. Now put alpha equal to s and t equal to x, we get fc s equal to integration 0 to infinity fx cos sx dx, and capital fx will be 2 by pi integration 0 to infinity cos of sx fc s ds. So this is now our Fourier cosine transform formula for capital Fx, and this is the corresponding inverse formula. Okay, inverse Fourier cosine transform formula, inverse formula for Fourier cosine transform of the function capital Fx. So we have explained about the Fourier sine transform and Fourier cosine transform formula of the function capital Fx and their corresponding inverses. In our next upcoming video, we shall discuss about more interesting topic. Keep watching and thanks to everyone.